The FIFA World Cup draw has finally taken place. Now, football countries, nations around the globe, football people, fans, everyone that loves football knows that the FIFA Club World Cup is the biggest football tournament in the world. And so everybody who follows football, likes and loves football, was in expectation of how the draw will pan out in the US Canada Mexico 2026 FIFA World Cup. And so it was no surprising the amount of people that trooped to the venue, those that followed via social media handles, and football fans that were glued to their TV sets yesterday. Now the draw was quite revealing. Our own interest lies in that Ghana Black Stars. Now the Black Stars who first made their first FIFA World Cup journey in 2006 went for the 2010, went for the 2014, missed out on 2018, made a return in 2022, will be at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now the Black Stars, based on our current ranking, meant that we are going to face, or we are going to be given some tough opponents. And so Black Stars and the Ghanaians had braced themselves for a very tough draw, and truly we got a tough one. In Group L, Ghana will be facing England, Croatia and Panama. Ghana is the least ranked in this group. England is 4th globally, Croatia 10th, Panama 30th, and Ghana 72nd. Now, it's not different from the draw we were given in the 2006 World Cup, right? Because we went into that group as the least seeded. We went into that group as a team that is having performed abysmal on the global stage as part of as far as the Coca-Cola world ranking is concerned. The same thing has happened this year as Ghana Black Stars is 72nd on the league, and then we're supposed to be in that 4th fiddle side. It meant that we are going to drop 2 top opponents in spot A and B, and 1 from CONCACAF that we got in the shape of Panama. And so don't be nervous. There is still hope, because in the 2006 FIFA World Cup, Ghana was in the same group with Czech Republic, right? Czech Republic then were 2nd in the world. We don't have any team that's 2nd in the world now. England, that's closer, is 4th, Croatia 10th, and Panama 30th. Surprisingly, all Ghanaians are tipping that their first match against Panama is going to be a win. It's the same thing going on in Panama, because they too think that if they are to do well and to make it to the next stage of the FIFA World Cup, they would have to beat the Black Stars in the first group game. So what is at stake? What is at stake is that on July 17th in Arlington, Black Stars will play their first game against Panama. Everything takes turn from there. If you are going to do well, if you are going to qualify, and if you are going to make a good name for ourselves in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, it will be in that game against Panama. Why do I say so? Because if we win that game, we get 3 points in the bag. It means in the next 2 matches, we will be fighting for just a point against England and against Croatia. If you lose out on that 3 points, it's going to be extremely difficult to make it to the next round. So the habit of we being slow starters in tournaments must cease and end before we get to the Mundial. We have 7 months to prepare. We have 7 months to get our best of shapes, best of players, so that we are well rehearsed, well prepared before we go for the Mundial. It is not going to be a tournament of excuses. I mean, Coach Otoano was at the 2022 World Cup. It was his first. He was given that chance to learn. And so, again, going back in 2026, we don't expect him to go repeat those same mistakes. We don't expect him to go repeat those same unfailing tactics, those same misfiring substitutions, and those same tactical errors. We expect him, having gotten the chance to observe who he's going to beat 7 bars away, he can line up friendly matches that can prepare his team. He can call the best of players. He can put his team in the best of shape before we get to the Mundial. It's not going to be a tournament of excuses. That one must be made clear. Now, some fun facts. See, in the 2010 World Cup, the first match that kicked the tournament started, or the opening game, was between Mexico and South Africa. In 2026, we are going to get that same fixture again. We have Mexico and South Africa kicking the ball first. In that tournament, Ghana made it to the quarters, nearly a semis. If South Africa is playing Mexico again, are we making it to the quarterfinals again? Or even the semis? we live to see. But then England haven't beaten Ghana before. Surprising? No surprises here. Now, the most iconic one, even though it wasn't a major tournament, was that 2010 friendly match between England and Ghana at the Wembley. I mean, Asam Waja would admit that if it's not his best goal, it will be a part of his top 3 goals. How he made it past the England defenders, Darby Julian Lescott inside out before firing past Joe Hart. Oh, what a sweet goal that was. That match ended 1-1. Ghana went on to the World Cup and performed so well that it took that last minute penalty that Ghanaians don't want to remember, and that Ghanaians have a very bad nostalgia feelings around it to bring us back home. It needed to take us to the semis before even Morocco would take off doing that. But then football has its own script and it writes a script with its own pen. So Black Stars will be beating Panama first in Arlington. Second, they will be beating England in Toronto, Canada. Then they will return to Philadelphia to beat Croatia. Now, the game proper. We all know the side that Thomas Tuchel has lined up in England. Now, Thomas Tuchel is a pragmatic coach. He loves to defend. He loves to keep his back line intact before he scores you, defend his back line, get his points and goal. He is ready-made and tailor-made for tournament. Thomas Tuchel is a tournament coach. And so, if you get him in cup competitions, he is going to prove very strong for you. The work that he has done in England is no surprise. The work that he has done in England is quite obvious for us all to see. He has tried different players in different positions and is not relying so much on the big names that England has always been taking to the tournament and failing to bring them results. For Thomas Tuchel's experience in Europe, having managed some of the biggest clubs in Europe, winning Champions League, winning French Le Championnat, there is nothing that he hasn't seen, even though the World Cup is the biggest of stages. I'm trying to say that coaches who fail to talk to the star-studded England side they take to the tournament and end up misfiring and end up with that same anthem of it's coming home every year, Thomas Tuchel is not going to entertain that. And so if you are meeting a Thomas Tuchel England side, you have to prep well. The attack he's going to bring to face you should be awarded. And so the Ghana defensive line should be well prepared. They should be well prepared, especially our goalkeeping. I don't want to sound hated. I don't want to be the enemy, and I don't want to be the one that is attacking somebody or against someone's sports. I have no bad intentions for goalkeeper Benjamin Asari, but we are going to the World Cup. If we truly trust Benjamin Asari to man our post, then we should give him that platform to do it. Even at Hasselfolk, it's goalkeeper Solomon Abesi who has been in post for the last 3 matches. So if you are taking Benjamin Asari to the World Cup as our number 1, there should be a deliberate and then a map-up plan and strategy to get him in the best of shape, to get him with the best of training, to get him with the best of facilities, so that he goes there and deliver. We should take our goalkeeping issue very seriously. We should take a defensive lineup very seriously, because it's going to make and unmake us. The England team that Thomas Tuchel has paraded and is coming with is not going to joke. And so the Black Stars must be well prepared to face England. But because England has yet to beat us, we can have that confidence. Mind you, Black Stars are made for some of these matches, right? In 2006, we beat world number 2, Czech Republic. In 2014, Germany, we drew Germany, right? It was a 2-2 draw. It was that game, and it was the only game that Germany failed to win in that tournament. Mind you, Germany went on to beat Brazil 7-1. And so a team that Black Stars held to a 2-2 draw, going on to beat Brazil by 7-1, tells you the kind of quality and the caliber of players that they had at that time. And so Black Stars are made for some of these matches, made for some of these games, made for some of these spotlight matches to sell themselves and to sell the brand Ghana football. But then we must get it right, especially with the technical team that we have at our dugout. We should get our defensive right, we should get our goalkeeping right, and I think we can do well. For Croatia, I think they have an aged squad, okay? Because the core of the team that went through that 2018 World Cup final still there. Lukakovic, Dominika Livakovic, sorry. Kramaric is there. Luka Modric is still around. I mean, those guys are there. Josko Vardio, a very experienced guy, top quality centre back, top quality left back, based on Pep Guardiola's own tactical analysis and tactical disposition. But then they have an aged squad. They have the experience. They've been there before. They have the crop of the team that were part of the 2018 World Cup final. Kovacic is out aged, but he should recover before the World Cup. And so it's going to be difficult. But I think if we get it right against Panama in the first game, we can go on and try and get a point in the next 2 matches. And that will qualify us to the next round. Mind you, it's not only the top 2 sides in the group that qualifies. 8 out of the 12 third place sides also qualify. And so if you are taking 8 out of 12 third place sides in the World Cup and Black Stars are still not making it, then everything is wrong with us. If we fail to qualify as part of the top 2 in the group, we shouldn't fail to make it as a third place side that's part of the best performing 8 out of the 12. At West, we should be there, okay? We should make it to the next round. And so Coach Otuado, having failed to take us to the next round in our last World Cup in 2022, having gotten the experience from backside, experience leading us again, should do his homework well, should get his team in shape, to get his boys ready, rehearse them. If he needs extra quality, if he needs to make additions, alterations to the team, he shouldn't listen to anyone. He should bring them on board. He is going to be judged based on the performance and the results he's going to give us. And so we care less about which player he's bringing on board and which player he's not bringing on board. What the Ghanaian people and Ghanaians are looking at is to go to the 2026 World Cup and do well, not just to go and add up to the numbers. We have been there, we have done that. And so if we have failed to make it to the AFCON, we should go and do well in the World Cup to write a good name about ourselves. I don't see Ghana having it so much difficult in this group, even though it's a tough group. No disrespect to Panama, no disrespect to any of the teams in there. They are top side, they are highly ranked above Ghana Black Stars, but this is Ghana. This is Black Stars, and we are made for moments like this. And so we will come back with a tactical analysis on the drawing board for you to see. But what I'm trying to print to you is that England has a very good coach, a very good squad. I mean, they've never lacked talent, but the talent hasn't been enough for them. Today and this year, they have a coach that's tailor-made for tournaments, and so he's going to prove handful for us. Croatia has an aging squad, so we can try and do something around it. Even though they have the experience, they have the core of their side that made it to the World Cup final, we still have some young, energetic, strong, athletic guys in our squad that can take advantage of them. For Panama, it is a game that Ghanaians are looking for 3 points, and Panama are also looking for 3 points, because they think Ghana is the side that they can take their 3 points from and go fight for other points elsewhere. It's going to be difficult. But then with our first game started in 194 days, we have no excuses. We have everything at our disposal to get it right in terms of squad selection, in terms of team prepping and team selection, in terms of the quality that we make, in terms of the additions that we make, in terms of getting our goalkeeping situation solved, in terms of getting our backline solved, in terms of getting the right midfield dynamo, so that we know who Partey is playing with. Is it Kwesi Sibo? Who is he? Elisha? We have to do it. We have to get those sides highly rehearsed, highly prepared, so that we don't go there and get fumbled. For our target, I think we have lots of options. It's left to the coach to see who is going to select to be his 3 attacking players. But at the midfield, Kudus is, always going to start. Thomas Partey is there, but who is going to be that DM playing next to Partey? It's an issue that hasn't been resolved yet. We've seen Kwesi Sibo come, we've seen other players join the team, but then who is he going to partner with Thomas Partey in the midfield? And is that even a balanced midfield to carry us there? It's another thing that we have to discuss. The back line must be well talked about, especially the left back and the right back. Especially the left back and the right back. And our goalkeeping. Who is our number one? Is our number one match fit? Is our number one getting matches in his team? Is our number one well prepped up there? Have we platformed him? Have we given him the facilities, the training, the regimes to get him to the top level of World Cup goalkeeping? We have to answer all these questions. These are questions that we shouldn't be running away from. We are not hating on anyone, but then for the greater good of the entire nation, we should be prioritizing quality ahead of individualism. We should be prioritizing quality ahead of what someone is going through and the career someone has had. We can take everyone to the World Cup, but what we can't afford to miss is to select our best 11 to get us the best of results, so that the entire Ghanaian people would be happy that we went to the World Cup. We are going to blow cash, but if we do well, nobody is going to care about the cash. If we misfire, we will all be devouring the budget that we took to the World Cup. So, Coach Otuado, you have 194 days. 194 days to get it right. 194 days to get it right. In tactics, in team formation, in team motivation, in selection. I say, if you need addition, you are at liberty to bring on board anybody you think can help you in terms of technical dugout and in terms of the playing team. If you think you need addition in goalkeeping, obviously you need it. So do into it, look into it, and get additions. If you think you need additions in fullbacks, obviously you need it. Make those additions. If you think you need additions in midfield and even in striking, it's up to you. If you feel, you'll be the number one to be blamed, and if you excel, you'll be the one to be hailed. The Black Stars have drawn England, Croatia, and Panama, but all hope is not lost. The Black Stars can still qualify. If for nothing at all, the Black Stars must be part of the 8 best performing sides that placed 3rd in their group stage, so that we make it to the next stage and see what the football gods have written in the stars for us in the 2026 World Cup. From now to day 184 at Arlington, Texas against Panama, the Black Stars World Cup journey kicks off. Coach Otuado, over to you and your team to get us to the Mundial, to perform, to do well, and to bring joy to the over 30 million Ghanaians watching you from around, across, within Ghana. Go do well. Go Black Stars, go. See you in our next bulletin. Bye-bye.